so again, that's not a signal. It's just my thoughts. The reason I say that is because I know that, and I've mentioned this pretty regularly to the people who tune into the stream. So if you hear me repeating myself, I'm sorry, but it is important. For the people who just wander into my stream and they're here for the first time, I don't want them to think that this is like oh, he's calling out easy signals, just go buy what he says or sell what he says, because that is a very, very poor decision and a bad way to look at trading. Because if you're just looking for easy cheat codes and copy codes and whatever, when it comes to trading, it will not end well. It's a very bad route. I have videos on that, so I won't spend too much time on that, but please understand, I'm just sharing my thoughts and my reasoning so that maybe you can start taking something from what I'm saying, in the sense that, okay, well, I like what he says here. I think he's right about this. I think he's wrong about this. Please feel free to disagree with me. And this is how I generate my best trades, right? Is I just go with the momentum of a market, and when it works out really well, I make it count, and when it works out poorly, I get out of the way. That's generally my style of trading wrapped up in a short example. I will say this also, a lot of times when I used to watch these streams myself, when I was like a new trader, brand new trader, I would watch a lot of streams, and there weren't as many back then, but because this is probably 4 years ago at this point, I would watch streams and I'd be like, well, what's your secret? I just want to know the secret. Why are you making so much money and I can't make a dime? That used to be like what I would think. I thought that they had some sort of secret magical entry that they just weren't telling me, and that there was some sort of pinpoint way to know exactly when the market would do something next. And that is just not the case, at least for me. Maybe it is for somebody else out there. Maybe there are some real magicians out there on the charts. I'm not going to claim I'm the best trader or anything like that, because I'm not, but I am a trader that has found some consistency. And to me, it's less about getting the perfect entry and more about letting your winners become huge and letting your losses stay small. That, for me, was the #1 game changer. It's so stupid simple, but it matters so much. The discipline to holding on to a winning trader, most of you guys who are in here right now, please listen to this, because this was my quote-unquote secret magical thing. Most traders, their losses... Anybody, hey, if this is you, I'm not trying to call you out, but please, has anybody struggled with this? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. Wins small. Real quick, let me know. Has anybody struggled with this in the past, or are they struggling with it right now? Just let me know if this has been you. Just say, yes, I've struggled with this, or yes in the chat. Because I can tell you that this absolutely was me for so long, and it was such a barrier to my success in trading. Now, I'm not going to say that there's no way to trade like this profitably, because it's not my right to say like, oh, you simply cannot make money in this way. Just because something works for me does not mean it's going to work for somebody else. And just because something didn't work for me does not mean it can work for somebody else. Okay, so yeah, lots of yeses. You guys are in the same boat as me then. We're all on the same journey. Well, I mean, we all have unique journeys, but you see what I mean. This is such a problem for so many traders, is they buy into something with their heart and their emotions, and they say, this thing is either going to make me rich or it's going to take my house. And unfortunately... it's not usually ending well when we do this sort of concept over and over. I had somebody in my chat who was so convinced that they could have a 100% win rate. And a lot of the other members inside of the A1 trading community were like, nah, that ain't it, right? Because 100% win rate, the problem with that is that you never admit defeat. What happens when we never admit defeat, my friends? What happens? I'll give you a hint. Let me give you another hint. If we never admit defeat, another hint. One more hint. Okay? This is what happens when we don't admit defeat. We get massive losses that we hold on to because we are so convinced it's going to turn around, and our wins are always small. Why are our wins small when we trade like this? Why is that? I'll tell you why. Anybody know why? The reason is because you're afraid. You're trading with fear. You're trading with emotions. The same reason you are losing big is because why you're winning small. You're emotional about every cent in your account. You say, oh, I got to take the profit before it's gone. Let me just take this cash real quick. And then it becomes a small winner and you never have those big giant trades. Let me just tell you that one simple concept for me that has really changed is flipping this around. Let your winners become those giant trades and keep those losses small. That would be the biggest epiphany that I had in my trading career. As always, it doesn't mean it's going to be easy from there. It's not like, oh, you just flip it around and then you're just making money forever. It's still hard. I'm just saying that re-engineering those common mistakes may be what some of you guys here in the stream with me need to hear. I can see from what you guys are saying in the chat that this is a common problem for a lot of people. It is a struggle to overcome some of these emotional tendencies that we all seem to struggle with. So a lot of you guys said yes. I don't even see a no yet. I don't see anybody who said no, they didn't struggle with that. So very, very important. But I wouldn't say I am by no means, you guys, a absolute perfect economist. I'm generally a mix of a technical and fundamental trader, but I would say that I'm definitely more equipped technically, but I still definitely love fundamentals and love learning about them and using them in my trading. But again, I think fundamentals, I've said this many times on stream, I think fundamentals are much more difficult than technicals. Technicals are so easy. Technicals, you guys, so many people, they get it so mixed up because they're so caught up in getting the perfect entry and being a technical sniper and all those cheesy BS stuff, things you see on Instagram. Entries are important, don't get me wrong, but they're not the only thing. It's not about being a technical sniper. There's real world stuff going on that moves prices more so than just a head and shoulders pattern, right? Although head and shoulders pattern is fine and maybe a good tool to equip yourself with as well, using it in by itself with no respect to anything else, no respect to trends or no respect to data or any sort of, buy the rumor, sell the news. I think I think there's just more to consider for trading. Just my opinion, of course. You guys might say, Nick, you're an idiot, shut up. I disagree with you, and that's okay. I welcome you to disagree with me. I gave back a profit, probably like $600 or $700 that was on the table right down here. I gave it all back. I took $30 of profit. But again, hey, $30 of profit beats nothing, right? Or negative. So it's all about perspective. And when it comes to trading, it's not all about the dollar signs. It is definitely more about the moves and understanding why you took the trade, because the dollar signs will betray you. You guys may agree, but generally the dollar signs themselves will be more of an obstruction for many people because they just focus on, I want to make X number of dollars per day. I don't set a target per day. I don't set like how much I want to make for a day or anything like that. I'm more of a swing trader, so my trades come and go and they take a little bit longer anyways. But on top of that, setting a dollar amount profit or something like that can be so dangerous because you're just looking at the money, and it's a very, very dangerous path in trading to only focus on the dollar signs. What percentage of your account value to tend to put on each trade, says Surya? Good question. It really depends. I grade my trades. So on a trade that I would say is a very, very strong bias, right? Maybe, I'll put something more like 2%. On the average trade, maybe 1%. And on a trade that I like it, but I don't love it, but I still want to take it, 0.5% and maybe even 0.25%. But you guys got to remember, I'm trading with a bigger trading account size. And so when you're trading with bigger size, a smaller percentage means a lot more. So it is, again, about perspective.